Hey everyone, this is Orxon and welcome back to my Let's Play of Ratchet Clank. In the last episode, we actually got the last skill point in the planet thus far, as well as the 2 gold bolts that were in that planet. And in this episode, we're going to the bargain planet, Planet Orxon. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, especially since this is only one of the parts of the level. As we remember from the beginning of the game, this planet is too polluted for any organic life to live, and so we need the O2 masses like the warning says there. So, for now we can only use Clank in this level, and like I said in a few episodes ago, we need to get the Magneboots in this planet, as well as something else. Actually, we'll check the map for that matter. Yeah, this place is pretty big, but only this area right here, pretty much, is the area that we're gonna explore with Clank. Now we have 2 exclamation marks, one of them being the Magneboots. So yeah, and the other one is an infobot actually. And as you can see here, later on when you get the O2 mask, which is actually in the planet where that infobot tells us to go, we can explore this with Ratchet, which the annoyings will just continue. But to this level's plus, let's put it that way, we actually play a bunch with Clank here. Although I wouldn't say it's my favorite Clank level, I still hate the level regardless. I mean, I can see this planet having a lot of variety in gameplay with both Clank and then Ratchet, and just a bunch of type of enemies. But I just don't like this planet, mostly because the enemies are annoying. The level with Clank is not that fun, and the Alien Swarmers are everywhere for no reason. I thought they were alien. Why they are in this place? Whatever. Anyways, just like last time, we have to use the gadget bots. Now we have a gadget here that if we use the enter command on the gadget bots, we can allow them to actually go to that teleporter, which will teleport them to there, as well as us. Because they can't jump, and so we have to actually use that method in order to actually put it in higher platforms. Anyways, now for something completely different, because I'm tired. I don't feel like talking how bad this. I don't feel like talking about how bad this planet is. Actually, I'll talk more about that when we play as Ratchet. But for now, I want to talk about the new game that was actually announced that is coming out, which is Ratchet Clank Full Frontal Assault, if I remember the name. And the European name is actually Ratchet Clank Q-Force. And that seems to be going back to the classic type of game of Ratchet Clank games, which is pretty cool. As well, it seems to have multiplayer co-op with it. So, as you probably know, I love co-op, so I'm looking forward to that game even more than Alpha 1, because you pretty much like kind of play with like Galliator, except Galliator really didn't have the kind of the same third persons as the original Ratchet Clank like this one. And that game is pretty much a downloadable PSN game actually. But in the European version, it will also have a physical copy for when it's released. So we'll have a Blu-ray disc for that. But the Americans will only get they have to download it from the PlayStation Store. Although I'll probably also download it from the PlayStation Store, I don't know. And that's pretty much one of the news for Ratchet Clank. Also, if you watch the Ratchet Clank High Definition trailer for the Japanese version, you'll see that they announced that the Ratchet Galliator is also going to High Definition and it's going to be a downloadable game in the PlayStation Store. And I'm really expecting that game to have actually the co-op ability to be able to be online, because otherwise I'm not feeling like playing Galliator. I mean, I like Galliator, don't get me wrong, but I rather just buy it to actually play with other people that I would never play. I already play co-op with Dennis a bunch of times, but I would like, for example, want to play with Helm and other people that I actually met over the internet that like Ratchet and Clank. But I don't know. Sonic Games has actually never confirmed. Well, technically they haven't, because in the blog where they confirmed Full Frontal Assault, why the fuck did I do that? Anyways, when Sonic in the PlayStation blog, when they confirmed that the full frontal assault, one of the people asked about the Roger Dadlock high definition, which Galliator, if in case you didn't know, because Galliator is a European name. But anyways, the guy which works for Sonic, I forget his name, but he's a pretty cool dude that has been replying to pretty much every comment on and questions on that blog. And pretty much what he said was just whistle and just pretty much is just saying, not revealing. It's just pretty much teasing you, not telling you. Like, it's definitely coming out, but he's not like telling. It's a secret. Don't tell. Kind of like that. Anyways, as we see there, we need 6 gadget bots. The rest of them are here, down here. So yeah, this part of the level I actually do not hate because it's not that complicated. But the next part is what I hate really much. Hopefully I can do this in first try so I can fucking finish this. Also, it's getting a bit hot here, so I'll hopefully actually finish this before either my laptops overheats, because it's really hot right now and my fucking laptop just overheats really quickly, and we don't want that. Maybe I should have selected a better day with cooler weather or something, but whatever. Anyways, now we have 6 of these. Actually, back in the time I didn't know you could use the enter command to use on those teleport. I always just fucking pull the gadget bots into them, which is kind of funny. But either ways, we use the enter command so we can enter here. But anyways, I'm actually looking forward for full frontal assault. For what Insomniac said, it's gonna be kinda as long as Ratchet Clank Quest for Booty. So it's kinda like 4 hours, I'm guessing. But that game has more playability than the PS3 Ratchet Clank games. And I probably shouldn't commit the same mistake I commit before. But I'm guessing because it probably is the co-op, but I'm pretty sure All For One had a lot of replayability, since you had to actually to get the skill points, you actually had to beat with the 4 characters and even get more weapons with them and their exclusive weapons. I think there was a lot replayability in that one, more than cracking times into destruction. However, the Sonic says that it's gonna have more than of the PlayStation 3 games, so I don't know what kind of challenge mode, let's put it that way, that it will have, but I'm looking forward to it. Here we can build this iron thing by just blowing that thing, so I can get a bunch of bolts. But anyways, enough of talking about the Ratchet Clank games. Oh, actually, there's another thing I forgot. Actually, Sonic Games has already put a blog post on the trophies they will have in the Ratchet Clank high definition. No, I want those bolts. Most of the trophies in the high definition version are pretty much kill points, and some trophies is collecting a certain amount of bolts. And this is probably one of the hardest in this game because, well, it's, as you can see, I only have 63. Okay, that's a lot, but for this game, but yeah, in this game it's really hard to collect bolts unless you backtrack like I'm doing. And even so, I haven't reached around 1,000. Like in Ratchet Clank 2, I probably already would reach. Sonic asks you in one of the trophies to collect 1 billion trophies, 1 billion bolts in that game to get a trophy. That one is gonna be fucking tricky to do, and it's gonna really time consuming to collect all the bolts. Although I do believe that we get a bit more bolts in Challenge mode, but still, it's nothing compared to the multiplier that you get in Ratchet Clank 2 and 3. But anyways, I should probably talk about the level. Really, I don't like Orxon. Why would I talk about the level? Well, one thing I should say, you probably should take that out because the door is there and we shouldn't actually let our gadget bots die. So anyways, like I've been doing lately here, pretty much you just have to just press these switches so you can actually let them enter and whatnot. And you can, as you can see, they also press the switches and use the wait command. Like that guy's just automatically dead for some reason, and they will just stay there and the door will be open for you. which I should have been explaining why I was doing this, but I'd rather just talk about the new stuff that was going on with Ratchet Clank. I could have done that when I was in Planet Gaspar because I already knew about this back then, but I kind of had more stuff to talk about, even though I probably should have talked about something there, but I don't like this planet! And I don't like that gadget bot! Oh, for God's sake. But anyways, I really don't like this planet. This is not really the part right now that I don't like about this planet, and good thing that was the one, that this was actually the one in here. Otherwise, I would have to go all the way back to the place he was, because in this game, if you have to go to the place where the gadget bot was. If in Ratchet Clank 2, that was changed to that the pad will just respawn the gadget bots, and I can't fucking talk today for some reason. The commentary is kind of crappy today, but to be fair, I expected this, and I'm not gonna do a double tape on the worst planet in this game. I'm sorry. Okay, worst planet in my opinion. There's probably people that like this planet, so I'm not gonna complain that much about it. Anyways, we're done with the first phase of the planet, and here we get the Magneboots, which is the item we need in Planet Pokitaru in order to proceed. If you want to get the optional gadget that is, because it's completely optional to do. And so, actually, but then again, we need actually to proceed to that area to get 2 of the skill points, so we probably should get it. I probably shouldn't actually bother so much with the boats. I'm wasting so much time, and I don't fucking want to be in this planet. Anyway, since we're playing with Clank, we're not gonna get any skill points or gold balls like that one there. We don't even have the weapon to get that either. And then most likely, even when I do get the weapon, I'm not gonna do it right away because that's one of the hardest things to do. Or at least I have a hard time doing so. But anyways, this is the part of the level I hate. At least with Clank right now. The Bark Bombers, which are fucking annoying already as they hit it themselves in plants, they are completely immune to whatever you fucking do. They're pretty much there, I believe, but you just don't see them. They don't appear. They just keep throwing bombs at you and just annoy the shit out of you and just destroy your gadgets. I hate that. I really hope that doesn't happen here. And I missed one of the gadgets, didn't I? Fudge, where is he? Actually no, I have all of them. Wow. I'm sorry if this episode the commentary is kind of being crappy because I just really don't like this planet. And I just rather talk about other stuff than talking about this planet, to be completely honest. Especially since this is only one of the parts of this planet, and I haven't actually talked about the enemies here, except for the Hawaiian Slumbers, but we already saw those enemies, so not worth to bio it. But however, I should probably talk about this laser thing that's passing by. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. And fuck, I should pay attention. Run, gadget bots! Run! Anyways, now I have to go back for those 3 fucking things. And I'm already pissed because I should have actually paid attention in this area. I hate this planet so much. Warping! Okay, now that we're back here, we probably should check the path that those lasers take, because they always take the same path. That way you can tell where they're going. So you have to be extremely careful, otherwise your gadget bots are pretty much dead. Yeah, I do really hate this part of the level. This is actually probably the only part I hate, well, except for the bomber ones, which I also hate. But besides that, I do like the Clank level. I can give it that the Clank level isn't that bad comparison to everything else in this level. I just don't like this area and the bombs back there. But after this area is over, we're actually gonna do getting a bunch of gadget bots and kill pretty much fucking everything. Hell yeah! But that's in a few minutes, so I'll just have to be carefully walking here. Actually, I have to go there. Yeah, so you have to actually be pay attention for starters, because that's what I was failing at. I actually can do normally this at first try, but when I do that is normally when I'm not talking to myself. And since I'm doing a lost play right now, I'm talking to myself a lot. So yeah. But anyways, this is not too hard if you pay attention to what... Oh, for a minute there, I thought one of the gadget bots just fell off the bridge. I guess when they like fell off the bridge, they will just put themselves on wait mode actually, which is always pretty good. So I don't think they can fall off. So don't you worry. But you can fall off, and you shouldn't do that because otherwise you just go to the last checkpoint, and God knows where that is. Again, and again, I apologize. This part is just... This is probably the worst... Well, actually, one of the worst episodes I'm doing right now. Because where we'll have to sport is with Ratchet. And it's gonna fucking be annoying. And, you know, I don't enjoy this level at all. Even as Ratchet, because the enemies are so annoying in this level. You're just gonna waste your ammo. And you'll just end up... screwing yourself up by talking to yourself and doing a must play and screwing yourself over. And when I was like practicing this, I really was not looking forward to do this episode for the last play. I just really don't like this planet. And this planet actually comes back later in Project Galliator, and I actually like it better there, even though it's kind of an ass still, but you know. It's a lot better than this one. I just don't like this planet. I don't know why. But anyways, I do like this part of the planet, where we can get a bunch of gadget bots to attack the enemies, which is fucking awesome because I hate these enemies. The scorpion thingamajigs, which I cannot remember because I forgot to check the bio before this part. I hate them all. And I probably should get those gadget bots back. I'm having a hard time to actually fucking play this today. I don't know why. I don't have too much trouble with this. And like I said, if the gadget bot dies, it will respawn in the pad they were in. And like in Ratchet Clank 2, they will respawn in any of the pads. Anyways, we need 10 gadget bots to enter here. And something cool after you actually do the 10 things, something cool will happen, which is... Well, we'll see soon enough. Anyways, I'll be back with the gadget bots I'm missing. Hell yeah, it's easy to kill those guys. And you get a lot of bolts from that too. Yeah, I'll give it credit that I do like to kill with the billions of gadget bots just attacking at the same time. Too bad I actually didn't get all 10 of the gadget bots and they all died before I did because I was talking. But it's pretty cool when they just attack every fucking thing and just fucking kill everything. So, kind of like the Agents of Doom actually. I said the Agents of Doom do more damage. Or I think they do real more damage. I forget if the gadget bots do 1 damage per hit, but... I'm not completely sure if it's 2 or 1 of damage. But anyways, we be following infobot, so...
Better not let Ratchet see this one.
Yeah, we better. Is it porn? Okay, I shouldn't have made that joke, but you know. I don't like this planet. That's my excuse for everything that goes wrong in this planet. This is my excuse. Anyways, interesting thing, since Roger can't breathe, he's not gonna open the main thing, so he's gonna actually open the back door.
Hey! You giving me these or not?
They are magnetic. I appear to be stuck to them.
Oh. What do you have in there?
Gears, metal filings, dust.
You know what I mean. What is it?
I will show you this, but you must promise to stay focused on our mission.
Is it something about Quark?
Cities are full of smog, swamps are full of muck, and tar pits are full of tar. But here at Joe Y Resort, the sun shines 24 hours a day. Visitors get a free O2 mask to explore our warm waters. The benign marine life will welcome you to the big blue world under the sea. You can also use our complimentary flippers to partake in speed swimming. So come to Joai Resort and leave your world and your troubles behind.
Joai Resort, Pokitaru.
I knew it.
Oh, come on. Switch off your nerd circuits and have some fun. Look, we'll go just long enough to pick up the O2 mask.
Perhaps the extra oxygen will help your brain to function properly.
Yeah, and maybe the salt water will rust your mouth shut.
Yeah, Ratchet is still a jerk. Then again, after this planet, I wouldn't expect anything else. But then again, he has actually been in the planet itself. He's only been in a ship, but you know. Anyways, now we have coordinates to Planet Hawaii Resort. But we're not going there just yet, because now that we have the Magneboots, we can actually continue exploring Planet Battaglia. And we'll be doing that in the next episode. So, I'll see you guys next time.